Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a guestless episode, Just the Boys. With me, as always, on this beautiful day in Astoria is my co-host, my fabulous number two, the man with the plan and the big Ram, Mr. Ray Zawadny.
It's actually a Toyota Corolla. I do not drive a Ram.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But thank you so much,
No,
Dylan.
I meant your dick.
Oh, the Ram. Oh, right. The Ray's Ass Masher. That's what RAM stands for. No, Dylan, thank you so much. And more importantly, the people that we need to be thanking are you, our listeners, our watchers, the people watching us on our full video episodes on YouTube, or those people that are listening to us in the car, at the gym, or on a walk, or on the train. Those are our Spotify, Apple Pod listeners, and they can do us a big favor if they want to. They can leave us a rating and review. We'd greatly appreciate it. It would help us out. And if you're going to go out there and do that, we do ask that if you're leaving us a rating, 5 stars. Nothing less than 5 stars. If I do happen to go out onto that app and see anything less than a 5-star rating, I am going to fucking snap. And you could tell by how my hairline's receding that there's a lot of testosterone running through my veins. That's what testosterone does. It rips your fucking hair from your scalp. So I am fired up, dude. And I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. I'm getting angrier. So I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to wait for you to walk to your car when you're headed to work. And I'm just going to grab you, put you in a headlock, and squeeze real tight until you change that on your phone. Anywho, Dylan.
Hey, baby. I like the idea of being so alpha that your hair is getting ripped out of your head by your body. That's a nice twist on balding.
I mean, but balding is, everybody says like, oh, if somebody's bald, that means that their mom's dad was bald. It means that you got a lot of testy in you.
You got a lot of that trinaboline or whatever it's called.
I don't fuck with bald dudes.
You don't fuck with bald dudes? Only guys with thick heads of hair?
No, I don't fuck with anybody. I'm a fucking, I'm an adult. I'm a grown up.
Yeah. You mean fight?
But I mean, if you're at a bar and shit's going down, I think you want bald dudes on your side.
Yeah, you know why? Because bald dudes have had a renaissance. They've had a bit of a resurgence, and some would say fake news resurgence because of the way they've been portrayed for the last probably decade in pop culture and movies, right? You would say that bald dudes used to be nerds. They used to be balding, computer geeks. Now it's starting with like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, or not even Die Hard. He was kind of balding then.
He was always balding.
But then in Pulp Fiction, he's kind of
who
balding.
I feel like really
hard.
changed the game, though, was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold, Jason Statham, Vin Diesel, The Rock.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I would look terrible bald. I'd look awful bald.
Dude, I feel like bald, you'd look like you had hair, but were wearing a bald cap.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Dude, I think if I started like I am losing it a little bit. Like I'm receding.
Are you?
I'm receding in the front.
I can feel it sometimes when I do my hair in the morning or whatever. I'll like wash my hands, get the product out of my hands, and there will just be like hair in the sink, and I'm like, what the?
That's getting older, dude.
What is happening?
If I look at a picture of myself from like 10 years ago, my hairline is crisp like a fucking chipmunk's. And now it's like Draculaing back. Like I look like Dracula. And
you got the widow's peak.
Yeah, it's digging it deep. And that's actually how my mom's dad's hair was. But I'm like good on top and everything like that. So it's not going to go bald, but it is going to recede. But if I ever did go bald, I think I'd wear wigs.
A toop?
I might.
You gonna pull a toop out?
Yeah.
I have a buddy who has always been nervous about going bald since college, and he's gone and gotten the surgeries and all that stuff, and
it works,
kind of.
Oh,
because I mean, now he got all that, and then he just like buzzes his head down.
You got to do it early.
Yeah.
Because right now, like I thought about juicing. I thought about doing some
the old steroids.
No, but like juicing
Rogaine?
Juicing my line.
Yeah.
There's certain things you can do that are very like
That's what I like. I like going to the barbershops around here where they you go to like a Puerto Rican barbershop and they paint you. Have you ever had that done?
You've gotten a Beijing before?
Is that a Beijing?
Yeah.
I've gone one of the last times I went, dude. He like lined me and then painted my beard.
Hilarious.
And he did it, and I was like, dude, this looks so sick.
well, a Beijing, it's usually black dudes get it. It's basically like paints their hair. Mm-hmm. They used to get it before
I
prom
looked
and
ridiculous, but I was like, this actually makes me feel so sick right now.
Yeah.
Real quick, but hey, before we get into the episode, big shout out to WNBA, our ladies, the Vegas Aces, winning back-to-back WNBA championships.
That's awesome.
Last night. Hey,
you're adamantly against the WNBA.
No, dude.
Yeah, you got a real like.
Why would if I was against
masculinity.
the WNBA, why would I give them a shout out here on the pod?
Because you're doing it sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I think it's a big deal, dude. Stephen A. Smith was there last night. Sue Bird.
Do your Stephen A. Smith impression again? You did this a couple weeks ago.
Sue Bird was there.
I need to perfect a Stephen A. Smith because I like his. His voice rips.
Well, do a Stephen A.
Me? I can't. That's so hard to do one on the fly. Who am I talking to? I could go old school. Skip. Are you listening to me, Skip? The Dallas Cowboy. Is that good?
That just turned into a black guy.
What the fuck is Stephen A.
No,
Smith?
it was Stephen A. and then it just transitioned into a general guy.
That's not true, dude. I'm fucking
No,
trying.
you
I'm not a
nailed it.
goddamn impressionist.
You nailed it, dude.
We need to get Tate back here. We'll have Tate perfect the Stephen A. Smith.
Back-to-back episodes with impressionists.
Yeah.
I think it's great, dude. Only team in 21 years to win back-to-back titles in the WNBA.
In the WNBA.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about in any professional sport.
No. I think
Have you ever? I've personally.
Hey, I think it's great, dude.
I've never watched a WNBA game.
No?
I don't like men no more.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
How does that make me gay that I've never watched a WNBA game? No, I just
Because you only like watching guys.
I don't really watch NBA.
You watch football.
I love football.
Love football. You don't watch the NBA?
I'd watch girls play football.
Dude, everybody was shitting on. Do you remember they had that league where it was the women and they played in bikinis and they like rocked each other?
Yeah.
Like hit so hard. That was a popular league. I kind of wish it still happened.
I also would watch. I mean, the reason that I don't watch the WNBA is because I barely watch the NBA.
Got it.
And I've watched like if we're talking about women's sports, I've watched women's soccer as much as I've watched men's soccer because the USA actually that's more of a patriotic thing.
Yeah,
with
and
men.
the USA men are not good.
Yeah, and then this is a good question. We'll get off this fucking gender bullshit because gender doesn't exist anymore. I'm actually non-binary,
dude. I'm gay.
Perfect. It has nothing to do with gender.
Book me.
But no, what I was gonna say is there I'm the type of guy that if I'm like hanging out, like having a couple beers in the afternoon with friends, usually like back in the day, or like if I'm at a bar at like an odd time of year when like no good sports are on, I will get locked into some of the most obscure shit.
Oh yeah.
Like dude, we can't leave. It's like, why? It's like Iowa State women's volleyball. We got to finish watching this game. It's fucking crazy. Or like even I've done dude, this is the cornhole championship.
You know what it is, though? That's guys like competition. Any type of competition that is happening, we will lock in and we'll invest. Yeah. I'll invest in, dude, that's why, I'll watch reality shows and I'm investing.
I'm huge into reality
dude,
shows.
I mean, we can talk about it quickly, but you finished Love is Blind.
I did.
I mean, talk about the most awkward. That was a bad reunion.
Yeah, it was
boring as hell.
It was real boring. And
they have no personality.
I went from halfway through that season being like, this is one of the best seasons yet, to at the end I was like, it's kind of
it was pretty good.
It kind of
and then it kind of
the reunion like usually has some
hard.
fireworks.
Yeah. My favorite guy, and we talked about it, was the bald dude on there who apparently made it to the altar, and then his wife said no, or future fiance, whatever, said no, and he like threatened, like was like, you cannot air this, like
Yeah.
and apparently she had a boyfriend the whole time. And he also brought a girl back to the room in Mexico.
That's what you said.
That's what
awesome.
I read that online. But this dude, before knowing this, I'm watching the episode, and there's like, the barbecue?
Yeah.
The barbecue episode, they're just having like an all-out fight. And this dude, bald dude, in the background, they never talk about him. He just stands up, gets a plate, and sits down and starts eating chips while these girls are just having a throwdown. I was like, this guy's awesome, dude.
Well, it's so funny. Me and Donnelly have talked about this at length. Is how they never have like fat dudes on there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say like they did have like none of the women were ever like woof, but like they did have like some women that were different sizes.
Woof.
Like every dude on that show for the most part is fucking
ripped up,
ripped in great shape.
Yeah.
Like semi-attractive, but with that that Carter dude is like the first dude who was even a little bit, and he still wasn't, he wasn't like fat.
Which one was Carter? Oh, yeah.
The bald-headed dude that you wanna
Carter.
fuck.
He's the best, man.
Yeah.
A great guy.
But they need to make it a
Knowing nothing about him, he's a great guy.
They need to make it a real what's that fucking show Behind Door Number 1?
Real Sophie's Choice.
Yeah, where it's like you're either getting the hot guy or fucking.
I wonder though if you can tell if you put a real uggo back there, if the personality, if it would come through in the voice. Like
that's what I mean.
A lack of confidence. You need a like me or you, a confident fat guy.
What do you look for most in a woman, Dylan?
What?
Money, looks,
alive,
just a warm hole,
heartbeat,
just a warm hole.
No,
You're gross.
Come on, dude.
Gross.
Yeah, money, living. Do you ever see the video of the guy who was like, one day I'll have a girlfriend and she'll be alive and of age and love me? You ever see that video?
No, I have not.
Good,
That's
dude.
a pretty low fucking bar, man. Wow.
Dude, it kills me.
He covered all of his bases.
He's
He's
yeah,
like,
they
it's like, I'm not
literally,
a necrophiliac. I'm not a pedophile.
dude,
and
they literally ask the chat or whatever is like, what do you look for in a woman? And he's like, well, someone who treats me well, first of all, living, of age. And you're like, what the fuck? Dude, those are given. You don't even have the fact that you're specifying it makes me think that
you know what you want? I know what you want.
What?
In a woman.
What do I want, right?
You want a romantic comedy in real life.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Me.
No?
No, I mean I'm realistic. But you actually think it's gonna happen.
No, I don't.
You literally do a joke about how you want to meet a woman at a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it would be the best way to meet someone.
You need to just write that out as a feature-length film for the Hallmark Channel.
I should.
Yeah,
dude, they would buy it. I'm pretty sure that movie's already been made.
Oh, Fall into Love.
That's so good.
I know.
It's a great name.
Fall into Love.
Fall into Love.
It's like the couple is like, hey, Dylan, why don't you tag along with us, man? I know you just got out of a relationship. Come on out to the pumpkin patch. It's like, why am I gonna go to a pumpkin patch? It's gonna be all families there. And then it's a lady from out of town, and she's like, I guess I'm gonna go with my niece. I'll head out to the pumpkin patch, but I'm gonna be on my phone the whole time.
And she's from the big city. She makes the money. She's probably a singer, maybe.
Your country.
An actress.
Your character's a country boy.
I just like to chop wood and drink beer.
Heck, my lady just left me.
I go to church, I drink beer, and I chop wood.
Do you watch a lot of romantic comedy?
Yeah, all the time, dude.
Okay.
I think the ending of that story, though, if it's a real true romantic comedy, not for Hallmark, maybe for HBO, is at some point I have to show up to her house with my dick in a pumpkin.
Oh,
right.
That's not a wrong. That is a Bang Bros.
No,
video,
that's
pal.
like romantic. That's like Forgetting Sarah Marshall romantic comedy.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall's more comedy. It's like a comedy romance.
Pumpkin delivery.
A cock-o'-lantern, and then you just show up there with your wiener. That's not a rom-com.
You don't like that?
No.
Okay. I think that would be
I mean,
hilarious.
I like it as in a Halloween-themed pornography, maybe.
Oh my God,
dude! Have you ever seen the Valentine's Day? Me and my girlfriend, we watched it. We revisited an old rom-com that I haven't seen probably since it came out, and it was Sweet Home Alabama.
it's a good one.
It's terrible.
Okay, we don't agree.
When was the last time you watched it?
Years ago.
It's semi-racist.
Okay.
It's like the two main characters are pretty despicable people. Like Reese Witherspoon has this nice rich dude who did nothing wrong and like humiliates him at the altar.
It's
and then
The Notebook.
And then they punch the mom.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
It's fucking ridiculous. Murphy Brown is the mom.
And who's the guy? Isn't it
Patrick Dempsey's the
Yes. No, the other guy.
I always forget he looks like Patrick Wilson, but it's not him.
It's like Luke Wilson, you mean?
No. So it's not Luke Wilson. He looks like Patrick Wilson. You know who Patrick Wilson is? He's in the Conjuring movies.
Oh, is that a brother of Luke and Owen?
He's just a regular Wilson. He's Garrett Wilson's brother from the Jets.
Oh, dude.
Garrett Wilson's brother.
Yeah.
They have different dads.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude, speaking of, I want to talk about this as a football fan real quick. I saw an old clip from Dave Portnoy talking about, before the season, it's an old clip, but it resurfaced recently, talking about he's obviously a Patriots fan, you know, and as if you had to pick draft quarterbacks for this coming season, now we're like 6 games. If you had to pick quarterbacks, draft quarterbacks, Dave Portnoy, with a straight face, said he would take Mac Jones over Tua, over Josh Allen, and over Aaron Rodgers.
This season, he said it?
Yeah.
There's not a chance.
Coming into this season, he goes, Tua with the injuries, Josh Allen, he's inconsistent, and Aaron Rodgers is old. You don't know what's going to happen.
I like Dave Portnoy, but you can't even take that seriously.
Oh, I love him, but it's such a and nothing makes me happier than having the Patriots be the laughingstock of the NFL.
Yeah, they're like 1-5.
They're horrific. I saw this week they had them ranked as like the 3rd worst team, and I was like, they should be absolutely the worst team. I saw a stat in the last 33 offensive possessions, they have scored 1 field goal.
Yeah, they stink.
It's been like
out loud.
Defensive touchdown, interception, punt, turnover on downs.
Dude, but that's kind of big in the league right now, though, is these teams that have pretty stout defenses and just
Jets.
Steelers, Jets.
Dollars.
And maybe I'm just saying that because those are the game. Like, I watch mostly this. I watch all the Steeler games because I'm a Steelers fan, and then like my buddies are Jets fans.
Yeah,
like you, like we'll watch games, and so I guess the games I'm watching most closely have that element. But I feel like it's been kind of happening a lot in the NFL. Is where like,
a bad quarterback just
these,
being
like,
bailed out
monster
by
fucking defenses.
Yeah,
like the Steelers defense and the Jets defense are like, god damn, and the Patriots defense has been rocking. Defense,
yeah. I'm excited for the games this weekend. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I hate bye week. I hate a bye week.
You hate a bye week?
Yeah. By the time this comes out, the Jets will just have been off their bye week.
Yeah,
but it's for a fan, it sucks, dude.
I need it.
So you can not stress.
Dude. Yeah, it stresses me. Like I'll be honest, man. As much as I love the Steelers, I don't even have fun watching the games anymore.
No.
Like I do have fun. I enjoy it, but like I am fucking like I get angry as fuck, man. Like frustration, like annoyed, like tense.
You've been with me. I get angry.
I'm like mean to my girlfriend.
I've
she
seen
doesn't
it.
deserve that.
I've seen it.
No,
dude, it's super inappropriate.
That's what Trusso texted me. I popped in. You saw me the other day. You were watching games at my house, and me and my girl were out on a date, and we stopped back to the house to grab some stuff before we go back to her house. And Trusso's watching the Bills struggle, and he's fucking freaking out. And then after he texts me, he's like, "It's all good. Everything's okay," because they pulled out the win. And then he said, "Also, tell Natalie I'm sorry that I was being such a crazy asshole." And I was like, dude, she's watched 6 Steeler games with me this year. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm not as bad as I was as a
dude.
like,
You've been mean to me.
Yeah,
watching the Steelers, like something happens, we're watching a Steelers game, and like I hit a bet from a different game, and I'm like, oh shit, I just hit my bet, and you go, I don't care. I was like, nice, dude, nice.
So I used when I was a kid, like a teenager, I would be pissed off for like the rest of like half of the week.
Really?
Like I would be mad into Wednesday after a Sunday loss. But now I'm pretty much over it like 2 hours after the game.
Yeah, I need like 10 minutes after a bad loss where I'll just like walk away and just kind of, and then honestly 10 minutes later I'm fine. But these people who like carry it for a week,
have you ever
like, come on.
Have you ever cried over a sports loss?
I'm trying to think. Not cried, but like wanted to cry. There's been a couple. I'm like really pissed. I punched a hole in my wall in my bedroom when I was watching USC Notre Dame. I grew up a big Notre Dame fan, and the Bush Push. Long Island.
Yes.
Long Island, I told you this, because we don't have a West Virginia. We don't have, Pitt. We don't have big football schools. So Long Island, people grow up either like Penn State fans, BC, Boston College fans.
About Rutgers.
Not really. No. They're not big enough. Or like Notre Dame fans. So you kind of root for those. They're all kind of like, not really Northeast, but they're the best schools that are around.
Notre
Michigan
Dame are the
fans.
Dallas Cowboys of the NCAA.
They kind of are. They kind of are,
They're overhyped. They underperform.
They are always
they have
overhyped.
Sweet ass uniforms.
Sweet, dude. We talk about jerseys all the time.
Yeah.
The Kelly Green Notre
You
Dame
love it. I like
jerseys
the
are some
OG
of
with the
best.
gold helmet, man.
They're also great. But yeah, the Bush Push year.
Did you cry or no? Almost. You punched
I
a hole.
was like, and I like slammed my hand into the wall, and my hand just went straight through, and I was like, oh
Jesus.
shit. Yeah, I was in high school.
I've cried twice over football and almost cried once.
What were the two times?
The first time I was 5 years old and the Steelers lost the Super Bowl to the Cowboys.
Okay.
I was 5. I didn't really care, but it was like the first when I started getting into football. Maybe I was 6. I don't know. I was 6. What a pussy. What a pussy. You could cry at 5, not 6, bro.
Dude, I don't think growing up in Pittsburgh, I don't think you're ever allowed to cry. So I'm shocked.
And then I cried when we won the Super Bowl. When we beat the Seahawks.
Nice.
Because I think 2005. I was 14, 15. I was 15 and just wasted drunk and just crying, Me, dude, when they won the
14 wasted.
When they won the Super Bowl, so I went to my brother's friend had this big ass Super Bowl party. So then we weren't close enough to downtown to go out and like party and riot. So what we did was we just went in front of the Taco Bell on the main boulevard near like where we're from, and we're just outside with pitchers of beer, drinking, waving terrible towels, like shirts off in the cold. People are driving past, honking at us, and like this one dude I'll never forget.
Thank you. Show us your tits.
Yeah,
We're like, we're 14.
Yeah, this one dude pulls in, like people were pulling into the Taco Bell and coming out and partying with us.
Oh,
right?
That's great.
So this one dude though drives into the parking lot, gets out, walks onto the sidewalk. He's wearing a Jerome Bettis jersey, and he just stands there and he just goes, "Ah!" Like this long, like fucking warrior scream. Takes a deep breath, turns around, walks back, gets in his car, and just drives away.
Hilarious.
I was like, damn.
That's years of built up
He's been waiting since the
frustration.
70s.
That's going to the coal mine,
Yeah.
working in a factory. Finally, he can let all that rage out. Thank God, dude, because his wife, if they lost, look out.
And then
It's a tough night for everybody.
And then I almost cried when we lost to the Packers. I was a little older then, but I remember being really upset, and
It should have been the Jets in that Super Bowl too.
and yeah, fucking right, dude. And I watched it with my dad, and my dad was like a Steelers fan, but he was more of a compulsive gambler, so that took precedent over the Steelers. And I remember him being fucking like devastated after they lose this game. And I was like, damn, maybe he is a real Steelers fan. And I'm surprised how like mad Dad was that the Steelers lost. And my brother's like, yeah, dude, he bet like $2,500 on the Steelers and they lost. And I was like, oh.
That was like our good buddy Colin last year at the Super Bowl.
Oh, dude. He fucking brought this up the other day.
Get real sour,
He was saying how he was like, I was trying to get you guys to leave after the Super Bowl. And then I was like, yeah, dude. I was like,
Because you lost a bunch of money.
but I was also like, it was like right after the game ended. You're trying to make us leave. Like we could hang out to finish our goddamn beer.
Oh, quick break from our episode as we get a quick word from our sponsor, Odds Are. Odds Are is an app using an AI algorithm to help you get an edge on Vegas. Ray and I have been using them, and it's been pretty great. We've been pretty, I've been using them myself, and I'm up on the season. Ray has been making his own picks, but also using Odds Are and not doing bad himself.
My favorite thing about Odds Are is that it helps me bet on sports that I don't normally bet at. So it makes hockey.
Dude, I've been betting cricket. I've been betting baccarat. Dude, they have just any casino you pick and baccarat right there.
They have a value bet for cornhole on ESPN 8, the Ocho. So I don't watch college football as closely as I used to. I still watch it a little bit, but now it keeps me knowing so I can make a little money on a Saturday before Sunday. And then hockey. They've been on fire with hockey.
With hockey.
And I like it. They've been heating up the ice, if you'll make a quick pun.
Before we get into our segment that we've dubbed Man vs. the Machine, Ray vs. Odds Are and myself, if you're interested in downloading the app, go to the link in our description of the video or the sound description, whether it's Spotify or YouTube, and click that link.
Are they giving like a week free trial?
All that in a turkey dinner, dude.
What?
Get out of here, dude. You click that link, you download that app, and you get Odds Are for 1 month free.
Oh, my God. You're losing money if you're not downloading this free trial.
We said it last week. We said it the week before. I've made more than the yearly subscription using Odds Are. So It's already paid for itself, probably twofold at this point.
Depending on your unit, I go $10,000 a game. I do $10,000 units. I have 2 cars, thanks to Odds Are.
Mine is 50 cents a unit.
Mine's about $25.
That's a heavy unit, dude.
Let's be real. Yeah, you can make a little bit of scratch on $25 bets.
Mine, you laugh at. It's a $5 unit, but I throw 10 bets on Saturday, 10 bets on Sunday.
Hey,
I'm not ready to throw more than that.
Bump it up. It's just money.
I'm a gambling virgin,
you
know?
Can't take it with you.
All right. Well, let's get right into our segment. Ray versus the Machine. Ray's been doing pretty good, actually.
I've been doing good versus the Machine.
Ray's been doing pretty well.
But we're going college football. That's me. It's me floating a little bit in the middle of the ocean. Because I've not been hot on college football. So let me kick it off with my 3 picks.
Get into it.
First pick. I'm not being a homer, but I am taking the West Virginia Mountaineers, getting 7 points at Central Florida. West Virginia Mountaineers.
I like that.
Those are my guys. I don't know why they're getting.
What's UCF's record?
That many points. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm just looking straight on the gambling
site
because I'm trying to stay away from Odds Are because I don't want to steal one of their picks and try to pass it off as my own if we're going head to head in this vicious battle. But it's a 4-3 versus a 3-4. West Virginia's +7. Going there. West Virginia's been on a little bit of a skid. But this is where I think they turn it around or at least only lose by 7. My next pick is under 39.5 Purdue at Nebraska. Put the bet in at 3:30 and shut off the game. Don't watch that snooze fest that is Big Ten football. It's all defense.
Dude, it really does stink, huh?
It's all fumbles. It's all stalling out at the 50-yard line. And then last but certainly not least, I like Georgia Tech +11.5 at home against North Carolina. North Carolina's coming off a big loss. I think a lot of people think that it's going to be the rebound game for old Drake May. But I think it's still going to be a tight one, playing in that ACC division. So I think Georgia Tech brings it at home.
All right, dude. Well, that's pretty good. We'll jump right into mine. My picks with 50-something games in college football this weekend, we did overlap one game. Not the bet, but the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these are Odds Are value bets, green value bets. I'm taking the Nebraska money line versus Purdue. That's a green value bet by Odds Are. I think it's at -113, 103, but not bad, pretty good. And
Minus 113. You got to learn how to speak this gambling talk. It's at negative
embarrassed.
113.
I'm
What
so
are we in
embarrassed,
algebra
dude.
class?
Should we start over? I'm so embarrassed. That was such an asshole thing.
No,
I don't know.
solve for X for your next.
Ooh. The next game I'm taking Utah, getting 6.5 versus Oregon.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, Oregon looks pretty good, but they almost lost to
They did lose
Colorado.
to Washington. Yeah,
they came back, but yeah, that was Colorado was putting a beat down on them before they came back in the second half and scored like 40 points. But yeah, I'm taking Utah getting the 6.5, and then my third game, I'm taking Louisville versus Duke. Louisville giving 4 points. We'll see, dude. Duke, they could beat those strippers on the lacrosse team, but you know what? I don't think they're going to beat Louisville. Hey, yo.
So that's Louisville.
Louisville giving 4.
All right.
So those are my picks. We'll see how they do. Ray's been doing pretty good, but I've also been doing pretty well myself using odds are. And like we said, the best thing about it is, again, me and Ray have not been paying a lot of attention to college football, but 50-something games, they narrow it down to give you about 5, 6, sometimes 8 picks. They scan all the games. They scan all the different bets you could make, and they give you those certain value picks that they saying, hey, these are the best way you could go.
It's doing the work for you.
Exactly.
It's finding those, like you said, there's 50 games in college football a week, man. And
Dude, you know what it is? It's when you were sitting in class in high school and you make friends with that nerd who's like kind of smells weird, but you're like, hey, man, let's be friends. And then he lets you copy his homework.
Yeah.
That's what odds are is. They're
But
letting us
without the
copy the
smell.
homework. Yeah, it only smells like money.
There we go.
So yeah, follow the link in our descriptions if you want to give it a try. 1 month free. After that,
Download it.
$99 a year, which if you're betting, we've paid for that already.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Sounds
get
good.
back into the episode, baby. I think about this all the time. I want nothing more than the Jets to make it to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. But I also think I love the Super Bowl so much because the Jets have never been in it in my lifetime that it's become more of an event separate from the Jets.
I'm having a Super Bowl party this year.
Are you?
It's going to bang an ass Super Bowl party. We're
Perfect.
going to have some fun.
It's my birthday weekend,
Hell yeah.
which sucks, dude. My birthday never fell on Super Bowl weekend, and now it kind of sucks because like nobody wants to go out because everyone's doing the Super Bowl party shit.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll go the following week.
Yeah, why not?
Dude, and you're in 30-5, dude. Who cares about your birthday?
All right, dude. It's a nice day. It's not like I'm like, okay, we're all having a party. You got to come out and do this. But, I like to go and have some drinks. Why not?
Yeah.
Some of my close friends, obviously not you anymore.
You didn't come to my birthday.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I was in here.
I know.
When was it?
August 6th.
Yeah, I was out of town.
Yeah.
Out of town, dude.
I got so drunk. So drunk. I was sleeping by 8 o'clock. And
Oh, yeah. I was coming back. I was back in the city.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I just got back. Are you guys still out? And you texted me. You were like, yeah, come here. And then I was like, okay, I'm waiting for a train either to go to Long Island or come into the city. And then you never responded.
I felt so bad. I actually
did
have
you?
I actually have not seen Jess Levin since.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because she ended up coming out. Like she had spots, so she came out late. She's at the bar. And I was giving her shit. I was like, "Are you mad at?" I was like, "You mad at me? Is that why you didn't come to brunch?" She was like, "No, I have spots." I was like, whatever." And then I Irish goodbye'd.
Oh,
But I was like
wasted.
dude. I had a you know how I've had issues with my
Alcohol?
with my bladder.
Oh.
And alcohol
Okay.
with peeing.
Yeah.
when I'm intoxicated. I looked it up and it's actually a thing like that has to do with like hormones. When you drink,
Yeah.
that they eliminate some like sensor in your body. Fucking look it up, dude.
Yeah,
Don't expect
You know
me
what
to
it is?
fucking read this to you people like I'm a goddamn doctor. I just know I read it and I got some justification for pissing my bed a couple times.
Yeah, you know
in my
what
30s.
it is you get drunk,
Fucking
and
assholes.
then all of your like bodily functions slow down.
But I'm not
the
shitting
same
myself.
thing.
I never shit in my pants.
Yeah, but you shit like once a day. How many times do you pee a day?
It all depends. anywhere from not at all to 6.
Just nice 7 o'clock, just straight orange. It's like I didn't drink any water today.
But dude, last night I'm driving back from Jersey and I had to piss so fucking bad, right? Like I can't focus piss, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in traffic and it's like saying like 30 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. So like I like have a fucking my dick in a Gatorade bottle. I'm trying to I'm gonna try to piss in that. But like it's hard to do while you're driving. So like I'm like, I'm not gonna I was like, I can't do this, right? Because these are my only clean pair of jeans, and I'm gonna have to wear these tomorrow, so I don't want to get piss all over my jeans. So I just like gotta fucking hold it. So my buddy calls me, and I'm on the phone with him while I'm driving. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm about to be home, dude. I was like, I'm gonna piss my pants, blah blah blah. I was like, so I'm gonna have to get off the phone now. And I like fucking like double park in front of my apartment, and I'm gonna like book it up the steps. I can't book it. I pissed right on the sidewalk.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you pissed your pants.
No.
God damn.
Dude, it like hurt.
Oh.
And then when you finish that piss, it felt like you just busted a
Just
nut.
right in front of your apartment there.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't get arrested. I had a bit of an incident, I told you.
You can't arrest somebody for that. We've talked about this before.
Right across
on the
from the
show.
school, dude?
It wasn't across from school. It was right in front of the school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
At night? I don't know. Dude, I told you I had a little bit of an incident. I had pissed the couch, dude. I've never been. My buddies used to always be college. They would like get too drunk and stand up. My one buddy, who I've talked about before, he used to notoriously like wake up in the middle of the night and like pee in his like roommate's clothes. Our other buddy, who we're not friends with anymore. But he used to do that all the time. And I never understood it. I was like, I don't get it. I've never done that. And then all of a sudden I turned like 30 and I started just like pissing the bed when I would get drunk, too drunk. It's happened like 3 times in a year, in like 2 years. Maybe that means I need to take it easy.
Yeah, well, there's a, if you'd like, I can pull this up actually.
You know what I read? I looked it up and they were like, yeah, because you drink a bunch and then you go to bed and all the stuff you drank right before bed is still like filtering and then your body is not responding. If you're sober, your body will wake you up and be like, you got to go to the bathroom. But when you're drunk, you just sleep through it.
So Cleveland Clinic, do you wet the bed after a night of drinking? Here's why. Alcohol suppresses a hormone in the brain, and it irritates a key muscle in your bladder, alcohol, and then extra fluids build up faster when you're drunk. Some of the precautions that you could take to prevent these bedwetting accidents.
Rubber sheets.
Number one could literally just be to quit
sober
fucking drinking, but it's avoid caffeine before a night out.
Oh,
if you know a night of drinking is in store, avoid extra caffeinated beverages. Switch from large quantities to smaller ones. So instead of that pitcher of beer, consider a gin and tonic.
You know what though? That's what got me recently. Because I was drinking whiskeys all night, small little whiskeys, and they're building up in my system. And I didn't go to the bathroom all night at the bar, probably because I was also dehydrated.
Well, this is saying the opposite, pal.
And then it built it up. 9 whiskeys later, I woke up on my couch.
White Claws.
Bit of a situation.
White Claws are little fucking piss creators. The other 2 hour, make an extra trip to the bathroom right before bed. No fucking shit, Cleveland Clinic. And then set a middle of the night alarm.
What a nightmare.
What a nightmare. And dude, I am blacked out. Okay? I'm blacked out drunk. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, if I thought to go to the bathroom, I also wouldn't fall asleep on the couch. Like if I thought enough to be like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Yeah, no.
I love a couch sleep.
Love a couch sleep.
Me too.
It's not bad.
Oh, you don't love it? Were you just repeating me?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't love a couch sleep.
Oh, I do.
Sometimes. Depends on the couch. My
Feels-
couch here, not great.
Feels special.
Okay.
It does.
Reminds you of your childhood?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Do you have a story for me? Is that what you just pulled up?
No, I looked up a couple things. I saw something that I thought was interesting. Little news story.
Oh wow.
I thought, hey, you know what? Sometimes, I just saw it and I was like, that's bizarre. Florida man arrested and kidnapped and waterboarded, and then they found out that it was the wrong guy. Isn't that crazy?
Wait, what?
So a Florida man was kidnapped and waterboarded, and then he called in a bomb threat to save himself. So Fort Lauderdale, 2 brothers and another man are facing federal charges following a kidnapping, including an attempted waterboarding, which is pretty impressive that they thought to waterboard this guy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's wild. So the suspects kidnapped the man at gunpoint outside of his apartment, brought him back to a house to torture him, tossed his cell phone, drove home, took him inside, and then they learned that they had the wrong person. So instead of bringing him back, they figured out that the right person was this guy's coworker. So they started like torturing this guy to try to get him to help them kidnap his coworker. Right? So they put an electric drill to his skin, pointed a firearm at him before dousing him with water in what prosecutors said was similar to waterboarding.
Dude, that's like a movie. Like a good movie.
It's just a couple guys having a good time.
What? I think that out of all the crimes to commit, that is the most pain in the ass fucking crime.
Kidnapping?
Kidnapping.
Yeah, because then you got a responsibility. Someone has a bit about that.
I don't give a fuck. We're not talking about people's
but
bits. We're talking about
no. Can you?
this.
I think I've heard that is like kidnapping is just. It's like kidnapping a kid is like now you have responsibilities.
But I mean, kidnapping an adult's even worse because you know the dude's gonna try to escape. So it's like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to fucking fight somebody every day. You know, I am gonna have to feed him because I don't want to be a murderer.
Go out and cook every day.
Gotta get groceries. Now I'm cooking for 2.
Or you're getting double the DoorDash, which is already expensive.
Yeah, but you save a little money on fees. You're asking him to pitch in and shit. Like, dude, can I? If I untie you for a second,
If I give you your phone for 1 second, can you just Venmo me?
and don't call your parents.
Because this is getting real expensive.
Don't call somebody. Just Venmo me.
Can you imagine that opening the? Hey, I'm gonna. What are you thinking? Chinese or Thai?
Let me out of here.
Okay, so neither.
Let me out of here.
Maybe pizza. I know a good. They do the cupping pepperoni.
Dude, I would probably, like, after like one day of being all fired up, if I was kidnapped, by the second day, I'd be like, yeah, dude, let's just do Thai. You know?
I would be in a basement. I would be like freaking out for a day, and I'd be like, "Hey man, do you think we could get like a TV down here? Can we get like a TV?" I feel like some days I live my life as if I'm kidnapped anyway. I just stay in my apartment, just watch TV. Like no one's keeping me inside, but I don't go outside.
If this is going to sound ridiculous, but if it wasn't for like the fighting, the getting your ass kicked, people being mean to you, shitting in front of other human beings, and like the rape, prison wouldn't be that hard for me.
No, you don't think so?
I like if prison was, you know, yeah, like if nobody was like I do well just all by myself.
Dude, I think I told this story when I was working for the DA's office. They took us on a tour of the jail.
Yeah.
And I remember we went in and they were like hyping up the jail. They were like, I remember I just graduated law school and they were like, yeah, guys come in here 18 months. They get their culinary degree. They can go out and be a chef.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
you
like,
said that.
Sounds fucking sweet, dude.
See, that's what I'm saying.
They're like they get their own cells. We don't really double them up anymore. And I was like, all day I could just read and have my own time. This is like a vacation.
I could do that.
Yeah, I think I could too. I'd get a ton of reading done.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I knew I wasn't going to get stabbed in the shower, which probably, I mean, we've had people that have done jail time on the show.
Yeah.
And they don't say it's that bad, but I don't think we've had anybody that's done like
real bad,
like real harsh time. But I think whatever crime I'm going to do to put me in jail isn't going to have me with serial killers. And
what crime
murderers.
do you think you would do?
Oh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
What crime do I think I would do? I'd probably get framed, and then I'd have to fight for my innocence.
For what? Murder?
Murdering my wife. And then I have to track down the gang.
The real killer who doesn't have a hand?
That did it when I get out, and I have to track them down and kill them.
Dude, you know, I think the crime that I would get commit and get arrested for would either be
Rape.
Something white collar, something like fraud.
You would say
or
that shit.
like drug dealing, because those seem like easy jobs that you could make a lot of money doing if it wasn't illegal.
Yeah, I love how you say that.
What?
That shows the difference in our
Yeah, dude, what am I going to get arrested for? Fighting someone or like, a bar brawl or kidnapping? Those are violent. Listen, my brain is a little less toxic than yours.
That's not true.
So I'd probably get pinched for something a little,
I like that you think my brain's advanced enough to be toxic.
Yeah, yours is like, I'm going to get into a bar fight.
Well,
and accidentally kill someone. Mine's like, I would have a complex scheme where I'm just like,
No, you wouldn't. You
Yeah.
and fucking Anjan would start running some type of pyramid scheme and you'd get caught. That's
yeah,
how
exactly.
it would happen to you.
Yeah, that's a complex scheme.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
It's not that complex. It's just a pyramid.
No, dude, let me tell you. My boss, he drives a Mercedes. I drive a BMW. If you work as hard as us and you get 3 friends to sign up, you could be in a Honda Accord in no time.
This wasn't necessarily a pyramid scheme, but I've been swindled before, almost swindled before. Have you ever been swindled?
Probably.
When I was like 13, 14,
Okay.
I answered a call at my buddy Nate's house, and it was this company called John Robert Powers, and they were like a modeling acting agency, and I wanted to be an actor when I was younger, and
Really?
so I am.
You never talked about that.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I wanted to be an actor, but life just got in the way.
Dude, that's a good monologue.
Thanks. That's come back next week where we have another 5-word monologue. But so I answer this call and they're like, "Hey, this is John Robert, blah blah blah, from the John Robert Powers agency." So it's like this big thing, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Maybe this is how it happens. This is my big break. I randomly answer this phone, and this happens. This is how it's done." So I schedule an appointment to go there. So me, my mom, and my mom's boyfriend at the time go to this conference. We're in this conference room in this building in downtown Pittsburgh, and everybody's wearing like all black and like turtlenecks and like the Steve Jobs glasses, and they're showing all these like sleek black and white videos, and it's saying things like passion, art, drama, beauty, and it's showing like all of their clients, and it's like C-list Disney Channel fucking celebrities. Like that was like their biggest one. It was like the
dad from Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, dude. It was like the 8th build guy in Brink. And so they're showing that, and then they say, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do an ad read with you. So everybody, take turns coming into this room. And I go into this room, and I remember I got Gatorade. And I'm up there, I'm like, Gatorade, quench your thirst. I'm fucking going for it. I'm hamming it up. And then, so they take you into a room. So it's me, my mom, and the dude that works there. The dude that works there walks in, walks to the other side of the desk, throws a folder down, and he's like, well, he got it. He got that thing that you just can't teach. Whew. And I'm immediately like, this fucking guy, I knew.
You knew?
Yeah, I was a pretty smart kid. And I was like, Jesus. And then he goes, so here's the thing. Here are the different packages that we offer.
Oh, yeah,
so it's like, it was like a tier, and dude, I think like the cheapest thing was like $2,000.
Oh, man.
Right? Because it's like they're including all your headshots. They're like, this gets you a guaranteed blah, 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 blah. And it's like, this isn't how show business works. And my mom also knew that it was bullshit.
Yeah.
And we were also very, very fucking poor. Right. But my mom is my mom, and she loves me. And she's like, okay, I mean, is there any type of like payment plan, or is there any way like maybe this is something that we can talk about later and look into it? He's like, yeah, but you don't want to forget about this, when this kid's got the thing, and like she's trying to gauge whether or not I know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And doesn't want to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, well, maybe we should talk about it, and they're like, okay. So we're leaving, and I just look at my mom, and I remember I was like, I'm so sorry. That was such a waste of time. I didn't. I was like, I feel silly. And she's like, okay, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, that's just a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And then says, but like, he's right. You do have something, And I'm like, okay, thanks, Mom. But yeah.
I was waiting for the end of that story to be like, and then that's how Jennifer Lawrence was created. She was one of their. She was in that.
She
same
went in
audition.
right after me.
Yeah.
And they said, we almost gave it to this other guy. But yeah, dude, it was really, dude, it was like such a strange vibe.
I wonder what they're doing now.
I mean, they still exist.
Any stars?
It's still an actual thing. It's John Robert Powers. Let me pull it up.
Look it up. I can't wait. It's gonna be like some big Olivia Rodrigo is a client.
I don't think there is anybody big, but they are here. They're here in New York City. I think that might be where they're based, but they did something in Pittsburgh. I mean, welcome to John Robert Powers, Chicago and New York. Online auditions. Let's look at their FAQ. iPop agents. It doesn't have clients. They're Chicago clients, we could see. Nah, it's not showing anybody, but it does show this chick on the homepage. I'm pretty sure I've seen her and stuff.
Oh yeah, that I think that's that Asian girl who's been on like Disney Channel shows, right?
Yeah, these
What's
are the
her name?
people that they're showing on the front. I mean, these are all people that you've never seen before. And I'm sure they do help some people, man, but it's like, goddamn. Like,
dude, the amount of people that are paying that is, I'm sure, crazy. They probably made so much money and make so much money.
Did you ever get fucked over at a gym like that too?
A gym?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, like they're signing up for something?
Felt like it was a very similar situation at my gym that I used to go to back in the day. They offer everybody one free like session with a trainer.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
So I do the session with the trainer, and it was great. Like, I mean, like, he wore me out, man.
It's like, dude,
yeah.
Let me tell you, Ray, you do this with me, I'm gonna get you to the NFL.
Well, no, yeah,
you're like 16 years old. You're like, okay.
I was like 30, but he was like, he takes me into the room and he's like, well, you got it. Diabetes. No. He's like, you got it. Probably asthma.
It's like, this is where I sell people. You actually need this.
He's like,
this will save your life.
It's dangerous for you to be. No, so like, he literally takes me back into this room and he's like, hey, so basically here's what it is. And he's breaking down all the different like price points. And I'm like, dude, I was like, I can barely afford the membership.
I only did this because it was free.
Yeah. And then he goes, and you guys called me 60 fucking times to do it. And I'm like, why are you calling me? And then he goes, well, this one, it's basically, it's like another cell phone bill. I was like, yes. What the fuck? How is that a selling point? It's another cell phone bill?
So I have 2 cell phones?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Am I a drug dealer?
I barely use one.
Fucking asshole. I just hate.
I always turn those down when they're like, hey, you get free training. And I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, from now on,
thanks,
I will.
man.
From now on,
I did it once when I was in high school. Me and my dad signed up for LA Fitness.
Yeah.
I was working out for football, and I remember they also, you know what I hate? You sign up, and the person comes over to the train, like me and my dad, and like show us around. And it was like, oh, it's a personal training. My dad was like, I'll do it. My dad did it, but the person they sent over is like an out of shape older woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, I know that certain people you can know about fitness without being fit. But, like, it's a bad sell.
Well,
it's a bad sell.
Well, our buddy Colin, he used to have a joke about this, but I'm pretty sure it's a true story he told me, is that when he went to a Planet Fitness one time, they were like, you could train with our trainer. And Colin was like, that dude's, like, fucking fatter than me.
You know what I mean? He's like, what do you mean?
It's like, what do you...
Dude, he's taking Pizza Thursdays way too far.
Yeah, that's Planet Fitness was hilarious.
I won't sign up for that.
I had to cancel with a letter.
That's, you know what's messed up about that?
What?
So Planet Fitness, their business model is to, you ever go to the gyms, especially in the city, where they're just so overcrowded, and it's like you can't even, depending on when you go, you can't. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no machines. There's no weights. It's just like you're walking around. There have been times.
That's how it is at Equinox, but I usually don't leave the locker room.
Hey-o. Just go to the Steam. Get a nice Steam.
No, you never heard that stigma about Equinox?
What? How it's like gay dudes in the
Yeah,
locker
they just
room?
go fuck in the locker room.
Yeah, that's get a nice little Steam. We used to go to a Steam room in Chelsea, Massachusetts. It was called Dylan's, Dillons.
Oh, the real way to spell it.
Dylan's bathhouse. It was a Russian bathhouse. Great, awesome. But I remember they had paper. They like wrote these paper signs on the steam room, and they were like, "There is no sexual activity allowed. You will be prosecuted." And it was handwritten in like marker. So I always was like, "Dude, this just happened."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna say. You don't have it on the fly.
This just happened like last week.
God damn it, Phil. We're gonna actually have to write up a sign.
Dude, I remember the first time we went there. It's a sketchy place, but it was great. We walked in, super cool, but then we walk out to the lobby, and they're just guys. People treat a steam room and a bathhouse almost like it's a bar. Like it has locals, you know?
Yeah.
And these guys would bring their own food, and they would do like a potluck like every night. I remember, dude, we walked out of the steam room, and they had like crab legs like sitting on this in like one of those chafing dishes. And I was like, dude, no way in hell would I want to eat crab legs after a steam.
It's gross.
After a steam? I used to go with dudes from work.
It's like finger foods at an orgy.
Isn't that weird? Me and my buddies from work, we would go and hit up the bathhouse.
That's like serving hot wings at an orgy. Serving crab legs at a bathhouse.
Dude. Yeah. Dude, have you ever gone on a first date and gotten hot wings?
No, I would never. I've fucking very strict rules about that.
Yeah, I went on a date once.
I farted in front of Natalie before I ate hot wings in front of her.
Dude, I went on a date once, and the girl was like, "Let's get wings," and I was like, "I don't know. Wings are my favorite food.
They're my favorite food.
I love them, but I'm not. I eat wings like an animal.
Everybody does,
you know,
dude. I'll never forget. I was dating this girl. It was one of the first girls I dated when I moved here.
Yeah,
and she came and met my like cousins for the first time. You know my cousins. I'm very close to them. Comes to meet them for the first time, and Colin's there, and we're all watching a game, and she comes there and brings food with her, right? Like from work. She was just getting off work, late shift, and she's like, "Yeah, is it cool if I bring my whatever?" She's like, "I gotta eat dinner. I'm starving." So she gets there, and she got wings, man, and she's sitting there just fucking eating wings, and I'm like, "Come on, man, you just fucking."
Just for herself.
Yeah, what kind of look is that? Just eating, wings.
Oh.
And then I'm talking to Colin on the phone the next day, and I'm like, "Hey," I was like, "Man," I'm still into this girl, but like, I gotta say, and he's like, "The wings thing," and I was like, "Yes." He's like, "I knew you were fucking weirded out by that." I was like, "It's just like like I'm not like it wasn't like a deal breaker. It wasn't like a red flag. It didn't give me the ick or anything like that. Like I'm not that type of guy. I'm fucking pretty gross. I do gross shit. Everybody has their own things, but it was just like you're coming to meet my friends. You're coming to meet like my cousin.
And you brought your own,
and then
food.
You're sitting there. The bringing the own food's fine.
To be honest, if you're
bringing the own food is fine because it was Rockies.
But
they don't serve
that's
food
fine.
there. Bringing their own food is fine. But it's like you're coming there and you're just like just fucking eating wings. It's like,
dude, I had once. You know me. I don't hold on to grudges at all. Right? I'm not a grudge guy.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, big time. Right?
You're a big grudge guy.
I'm a big time grudge guy. I get it. I know. But I remember one time I had a Super Bowl party at my apartment during law school. Okay, I cooked, dude. I cooked like
you slaved.
I slaved away in the kitchen, making it right. We had like 10 people over. Okay, between me and my two roommates, we each like had a few friends. So there was like 10 people there watching the Super Bowl, and I cooked for everybody. Right, I cooked mostly appetizers, but I had like different dips. I made like guac. I made like a buffalo chicken dip, and then we ordered pizza and wings. Dude, this girl showed up who I was not friends with. It was my roommate's friend, and she brought a personal bag of Chipotle chips and like a guacamole and like ate that. Dude, it bothered me so much. It bothers me to this day. I was like, I have guacamole right there. I was like, I have it. Like, I made that. That's homemade.
Yeah.
It was so insulting. She only ate the chips and none of the other food.
You know what, though?
It made me furious.
Yeah, that would piss me off, but I do know that some people have weird issues with, like, public food.
She still fucking shoveled them into her face. It wasn't like she was shy about eating.
No, not shy about eating. I'm not saying eating in public, which people do have issues with. I have it sometimes. No, I mean, like, eating thing. Yeah, I do.
Really?
I had for a long time. Yeah.
Really? You get shy eating around people?
Yeah, I used to.
Really? What is that?
Like, if I'm eating fucking something sloppy around people, like, I'm well aware that I'm overweight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that I won't do that I think it's crazy when I see fat fucking people do.
You know what? I do sometimes. Like, I'm not going to eat something really. You know what I never want to do at a restaurant? Order something where someone looks at me and goes, of course.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Of
and
course
it's like,
you would order that.
It's why I don't take pictures of my food. You know what I mean? I'm going to post a picture of what I'm about to eat on Instagram, and somebody's like, ugh, all right, dude, we fucking get it.
I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
You were like, we know.
But yeah, like I it's an insecurity. It's purely all on me. I got a fucking problem. You know, instead I should just take better care of my body. But instead, you know, but hey,
Why are you gay?
well, I think it all started when. What if I just answered that real quick? I think it all started when I watched the movie Top Gun for the first time.
Yeah.
No, but what I was saying is more shared food. That might be what she had an issue with.
Yeah, weird thing. Put
Because-
your hands in a chip bowl.
Because I won't eat. Like, there's been times I've been places where people brought food, like it was like a potluck thing, and there were certain people there. I was like, dude, I know how that person lives. They're gross. I'm not eating that shit.
Dude, I'll eat like fucking pretzels and mixed nuts at a bar. I don't care.
I'll do that.
I mean, one of our favorite places, Rocky McBride's. They do that Sunday buffet.
I think that's different than if I know, like, okay, so if at Rocky McBride's, if I saw the cook and he looked disgusting,
It would weird you out.
I wouldn't eat it.
Interesting. I don't even think they have a kitchen there, so I don't even know where that food is coming from.
Yeah,
But it just shows up, and I'm happy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I know somebody like I've had fucking aunts and uncles that were pretty gross, and I wouldn't eat at their house.
Okay. I've just never had that thing. I have a question. Do you think that you could, given training, do you think that you could paddle in a boat? You have all the equipment across the Atlantic Ocean.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't. Here's the thing.
I've seen that shit. This is something I've seen recently, people doing, where they like get in these boats and they paddle, like crew paddle across the Atlantic Ocean.
By themselves. So here's the thing. If I could physically, even if I could physically do it, if I think I could physically do it, it sounds fucking awful.
I think the anxiety of it would freak me out more. Physically, I don't think I could do it, but
Physically, I don't think I could. I probably couldn't do it, but I just wouldn't want to. It sounds awful. It's like hiking.
yeah, dude. Have you ever gone hiking?
No, I mean, I've walked. It's all fucking hiking is.
Dude.
It's walking in bad footwear.
Some of my friends in Boston, they're big hikers, and I remember there was a time where people were like, "Oh, it's Saturday. We're going for a hike. Do you want to come?" And I went a couple times, and I'm like, "Hey, this is a nightmare.
It stinks.
This is not great.
There's bugs.
There's bug. You're walking uphill
High grass.
the whole time
Uphill. Dirt. I'm just...
to get to the top and see a view, and you're like, yeah, man, you know where I could have saw this? On the computer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like going for long walks. Like if we're walking around a cool city, I like that shit. Walking around a
Get
park.
a coffee.
I like a park
Take
walk.
a nice little walk.
Park walk.
It's always nice.
But I mean, just going to hike up a mountain, that's for the literal birds.
Yeah, it is such a fat guy cardio thing, being like, I'm going to go for a walk. I do that all the time. I'll be like, I got to get my cardio in, and I just
It's
walk.
really good for you.
It is good for you.
And running can actually be detrimental to
what I've
to
heard.
your bones.
That's what I've heard.
I mean, dude, the walking, that's what helped Jared lose all that weight.
And the child's predator activity.
That You probably get a lot of exercise doing that.
You probably chase him around the whole house and everything, you know?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, he's probably...
Did you watch that documentary?
Also, he's probably, to be honest, he's probably racked with guilt and shame. He's probably not that hungry after a while.
That's true.
You know?
You know, the funny thing about that is I watched that documentary.
No wonder this guy's only in 6-inch subs once a day. He just can't even put it down. He's like, I'm racked with guilt.
Hey, I watched the documentary. He didn't feel guilty.
No?
Dude, he was a monster.
That's crazy.
You didn't watch it?
Mm-mm.
It's hilarious. You'd love it. No, but it's crazy though, because when I think about it in hindsight, it gave everybody this false narrative that Subway was healthy.
Yeah, this is the same company that got in trouble for putting yoga mat material in their bread.
Which is still pretty good bread.
But did you know that they were putting the chemical that they put in yoga mats in the bread? That's why it was so like rubbery and like stayed preserved.
Yeah, I knew that.
Crazy.
But what I'm saying is
that would shut down a place. You know who didn't do that? Quiznos. And Quiznos still shut down.
Fuck Quiznos.
Way better, dude.
All he did was...
Are you about to defend Jared Fogle right now?
No. All he did was limit calories.
Yeah.
Like literally somebody could have done that with McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
The
absolutely.
McDonald's diet where they just eat 2 double cheeseburgers a day.
Dude, that's how I lost all that weight during COVID. I was just eating I would eat
1 bodega sandwich a day. I remember this.
Yeah, no, but when I really did, I was eating like hot wings. I was eating wings with blue cheese and like these like not fake pizzas, but I would make a pizza at home.
Oh, you told me about that.
On this bread, and it would be like 300 calories for this massive meal.
Yeah.
It's not super healthy, but I lost a bunch of weight. It was great.
Dude, I am 3 days off of like carbs, extremely like minimal carbs, right? You do feel great.
Yeah.
You don't feel that bloat. You feel lighter, but
plus you're miserable all the time and no energy.
What?
No carbs?
No carbs?
No carbs that first week. Whew, kills you.
Oh yeah, it's they call it the fucking keto flu. You actually get like sick.
Yeah.
You get withdrawal. But I think it is really really good to like limit your carbs, man.
I agree. As I'm gonna probably eat a slice of pizza after this. I agree.
Are you really?
No, but you know,
I'm gonna get something to eat after this. Do you want to get something to eat?
yeah, dude. We're in an hour. You want to wrap?
Yeah, let's
Go
wrap
to
it up.
Othello's.
Yeah,
Get a little steak.
I'm not getting that steak. They put too much. It's too sugary.
No.
Yeah, the marinade that they
No,
use.
it's good, dude. The chicken, the steak.
The marinade
What are you gonna
they
get?
use is a lot of steak.
A sandwich.
No, I'm not. I told you I'm off the fucking carbs.
Yeah, what are you
I
gonna
gotta
get
tell
then?
you this. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, man. I might get an omelet.
Right. All right. Let's wrap it up, dude.
All
You
right.
good?
Yeah, I'm
All right,
fucking
dude.
great. You can
Raymond.
find me on social media. I'm at Ray Zawadney. Got some live dates coming up this coming weekend, October 27th and October 28th. You could catch me opening for Sean Donnelly at Mohegan Sun in Wilkes-Barre. And then November 11th, this is what I want everybody to know about. If you are anywhere in striking distance of the Pittsburgh area, passion project that I'm really excited about, Dive Bar All-Star. It's a stand-up and storytelling show that I'm doing. I'm going to record it. Please come on out to that if you are available. I would love to have you there. Something very near and dear to my heart, and it's going to be funny as fuck. And then you catch me every single Wednesday right here on the Troublemakers podcast with my buddy Dylan Krasinski, who you can find.
Oh, you can find me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, at Troublemakers on all of those sites. We post clips 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a week. Yeah, new episodes out every Wednesday. We'll see you next week, baby.
5-star ratings.
Good night.